Um, wow, this is hard. Um, the it just got announced, and it's been announced on multiple news and YouTube channels. Um, the legend of wrestling, one of the most recognizable wrestlers of all time, um, Hulk Hogan, has apparently passed away, and he's died at the age of 71. I uh, this is one of those people that I've known, I followed, and even if you don't know a lot about wrestling, you know about Hulk Hogan because he did movies, he did a TV show, he made guest appearances in movies and TV shows over the decades, and during the 1980s, there was literally nowhere you could go that you hadn't heard about Hulkamania. Even if you didn't follow wrestling, you knew about Hulk Hogan. Um, I couldn't follow him mostly in the 1980s when he was with the WWE at the time, because I lived in the UK, didn't really have access to that sort of thing. And B, by the time I started getting into wrestling, it was the late 90s, early 2000s, and the only time I really saw him in action as a wrestler was near the tail end of his career. Now, I saw him mostly when he was involved in TNA wrestling that was being shown in the UK at the time. And you didn't see him wrestling, you saw him getting involved in storylines, you saw him think, but I never saw him at his height in the wrestling ring. Yes, I saw him do movies. Mr. Nanny, The Suburban Commando were the two movies he did that I watched. But it was mostly the TV show he did while he was involved in WCW. Actually, it was just before he got involved in WCW, called Thunder in Paradise. He was a former Navy SEAL with a friend of his who created this boat that was basically a seagoing version of like the 1980s Airwolf sort of thing. It had guns, it had missiles. I apologize for this. I'll get back. Sorry about the doorbell going off, but um, as I was saying, it was quite a good show, very fantasy based, um, and it was of the period. It was filmed mostly at a Disney resort. I'm sorry, but this is unfortunately reminding me of something that happened in 2023 in October, and most people will know this. We lost the legend Terry Funk in the week, and then we lost the person who played Bray Wyatt in the WWE. And this is what's reminding me, they're basically a couple of days apart. And there's been. I'm not going to talk about the trouble Hulk Hogan's had. about all the stories and about all the things about it, what he was like backstage. I don't know that information, but it is shit. This is just come out of nowhere. Um, there's been trouble with, some of the things he said over the years, but he was one of the pioneers of what wrestling is today. And there is a case to say if there wasn't a Hulk Hogan, we wouldn't have had a WrestleMania or Raw or SmackDown or NXT. And his impact on wrestling, which was irony because TNA's main show was called Impact. Yeah. It's just that we lost Ozzy Osbourne, who's a WWE Hall of Famer, earlier this week, and I've released a video about it. And now we've lost another WWE Hall of Famer, Hulk Hogan, less than a day apart. And I don't know. I just don't know. I'm going to go and say I am truly sorry, and I offer my full condolences to his family. I know he has a daughter called Brooke. She was involved in TNA wrestling for a while. And yeah, this is just this has come out of nowhere, and I'm not liking this. Losing one legend in a week is bad, and there's no denying Ozzy Osbourne was a legend, but to lose a wrestling icon like Hulk Hogan less over a day later. So, to all of Hulk Hogan's family, my deepest condolences, and I hope he rests in peace. As again, I wasn't planning to do these videos. I never planned to do my tribute videos, and that's why I think they're some of my best, because they come from my heart. So yeah. Thank you all so much. I will see you soon. And that's all. If anyone's wondering why I'm not doing my usual intro or outros or stuff like that, is in these tribute videos, I don't do that. I'm refusing to do that because this is a tribute to some people who have gone through some great losses, or we've lost a legend or an icon. And yeah. So thank you so much. And I will see you soon. Goodbye.